everyone, Denise here from Sewlimitless, and in today's video I want to talk about using your pattern as a guide, not necessarily as something that you got to do exactly the way the pattern envelope shows. So anyway, let's get started. So welcome back to the channel if you're returning. If you're new here, then hi, my name is Denise, and I want to talk about using your pattern as a guide and not as necessarily as the only way to make something. You can only do what the envelope shows you. I used to think of it that way, that I would never deviate from what the pattern showed, and that was fine. But then as I started sewing more and wanted to be more creative and really make things my own, it started with fitting the garment to fit me better, and then it's kind of morphed into making some little changes here and there. And it can be something simple. It doesn't have to be something dramatic, although there are those people who completely change. They'll start with a base pattern and completely change it, and it looks nothing like how it started. That's fine too. But there are some simple changes and simple things that you can do to use your pattern and the instructions as a guide. Now, one example is this dress, which I have pictures. I'll show you the pictures of that. This dress is a combination of two patterns. It's Vogue 8847, and I think you can see in this one the similarities. And then it's also Butterick 6446, and I use the sleeves from this one to combine with this one. I have pockets. Yeah, both patterns actually do show pockets. But that is something that I will often do, is just add a pocket to something that the pattern didn't have a pocket. And if it is fitting with the design, go ahead and do something like that if that's what you want to do. Now, I mentioned fit before. I think the first way to think of the pattern as a guide is with fit, because that's the thing. If it's not going to fit you, that's the best way to get a customized garment, is to make it fit your body. That is something that I'm always talking about and I'm always working with, because your bodies always are changing. So what fit 3 years ago, even if you are the same weight and the same size, things may be redistributed in a way that might surprise you, or that means that something doesn't fit as well, maybe on the top or the bottom, whatever. So you want to be able to adjust the fit in the garment to get it to suit your body at this time, because well-fitted garments are always going to make you look better, no matter what your size. So that's important to remember. Getting that good fit is also one of the reasons that I like to make a muslin of certain garments. I don't do it for everything, but particularly for pants, when it is a pattern that I've never used before. In fact, I just went through this process, the fit process, with this pattern, the Meadowlark pants. I made the shorts here, and I made a muslin first. I didn't know this is a recently released pattern, even though I have used Love Notions patterns before. So I wanted to do a muslin to see how it was going to work. So that is something that I did for this particular one. So I've just gone through this process. That's important to get a good fit. This is a book that I talk about often. It is The Complete Photo Guide to Perfect Fitting. It's by Sarah Veblen. It's a really good book. And I use this in reference to, she has a lot of information, but full bust adjustment. It has sleeve adjustments. I'm not sure if she has information about pants fitting in here, but it is still a very good book, and I highly recommend this one as a great reference guide as well. Now, another way to change up a pattern that's not too difficult is with you can do simple design changes, either making a straight hem if the hem was curved, or adding pockets if there weren't any before, or changing up the pocket. Now, I've talked about this recently. This book is excellent Building Patterns. It is not cheap. It's over $100, at least now. I don't think it was that expensive when I bought it, but this is basically like a textbook. But I'm sure you can find information online. It is called Building Patterns, The Architecture of Women's Clothing by Susie Furrer. In this book, she tells you and shows you all the different ways to change sleeves. If you wanted a flutter sleeve, but it's got a straight sleeve, how you can change the pattern to do that. That is actually something I've done for a t-shirt before. Adding a flounce or something at the bottom of a skirt hem, all different types of information if you're really interested in changing up your patterns. This is an excellent book as well. It doesn't have to be difficult. You can add snaps instead of buttons. I mean, those are actual changes that you can do that aren't difficult. So you keep that in mind as well, that it's those little things that sometimes it's based on what you actually have in your notions stash, whether you don't have the buttons that they say that you're supposed to use, but maybe you have snaps, that the snaps would go well with what you're making. So those things are actual changes that you can do and that are easy and cost effective. Another example of a design change is what I often actually end up doing is a lot of times is leaving off things that are actually designed on the pattern. Like with this one, Nomi 2052 by Beauty J'adore. I really like the style of these pants. They're like a straight leg type of jean. So I thought this is perfect, and that's why I bought the pattern. But she has it cropped with frayed at the hem, and there are, it's hard to see on here, but there are patches on the legs. I didn't want the patches on the legs, and I wanted them longer, so I changed mine, and I made these from a black stretch denim that I already had in my fabric stash, but I also added elastic at the back. So now they really fit me well. So that was something, those are little changes that I made to really customize this pattern so that it really would suit the fabric that I had and fit me better. So another relatively easy thing to do is with your fabric choice. So you can take a pattern that is designed for wovens and you can make it from a knit fabric. Now, there will be some adjustments normally that you might have to make to do that, but one of the things that I actually have done quite often is I do that for things like PJs. I really like knit PJs, so I have made them, the PJ pants, for example, I've made them from a knit fabric. Now, I've done this years ago before I knew much about changing up the pattern or anything like that, so that is another way to change up what the pattern says and make something totally different. So before I get to the next couple of ways you can change up that pattern, please go ahead, give the video a thumbs up. If you're getting hopefully you're getting some value from this, go ahead, give the video a thumbs up, hit like and subscribe to my channel. That will help to get my content out to others who may be interested in sewing, and hopefully spread the word that you can create and make patterns your own and not just simply the way it shows on the pattern envelope. So thank you. Another way to change things up is with your sewing method. Now you can do zigzag stitch or serger. That's what you will commonly see. Now if you don't have a serger and you're working with a knit fabric, definitely use the zigzag because that's what's going to give you that stretch that's needed without the stitches breaking, because that's important. You can do French seams, something like that. If that's something that you want to do with how you're sewing your garment, then go ahead and do that. Now with the French seams, that's something that you do need to plan from the beginning because of how you have to put your pieces together. That's another way of being able to make the garment your own, is by using those seam finishes that you prefer rather than what the pattern instructions might actually tell you. Overall, the thing that I really wanted to stress, I guess, to all of you is just give yourself permission to be creative and give something a try. No one should be coming for you if you change up a pattern, whether it is a designer pattern or whether it's a big four pattern or whatever the case may be. No, you're not going to get in trouble for changing it up, and you will learn how to best fit your body, and you will actually learn a lot about sewing and just the creative process. So just give something a try. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Maybe you don't want to try it on your most expensive fabric, but certainly go for it and give it a try, see what happens, and you might end up with a new way for you to construct something that you really hadn't tried before or thought about, and you realize it's so much easier to do it your way than what instructions might be telling you. Please, if you have questions, comments, ways that you make a garment unique for you, please leave them down below. And like I asked for, like I said, please go ahead, give the video a thumbs up. I thank you all for watching. I appreciate your time. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.